All right, guys, it's update time. PUBG update time. Patch notes update 37.2. Sit back, relax, smack that like button, like that smack button, whatever it is, just do it. If you prefer to read these patch notes yourself, link will always be in the video description in case you don't want to listen to my boring voice, but probably a lot of you click this video to fall asleep. So good night. Here we go. Patch notes update 37.2. Highlights. Various locations and objects on Miramar have been transformed for the PUBG G-Dragon collaboration, including the G-Dragon truck stop, gas station, fan room, and more. PUBG G-Dragon emote stage added to some starting islands of every 8x8 map. Themed care packages, blue chip towers, planes available on various maps. This is the PUBG G-Dragon collaboration. Now, most of you are probably thinking to yourself, what the fuck is G-Dragon? I myself was thinking that as well. So I asked Google, what the fuck is G-Dragon? G-Dragon is a South Korean rapper, singer, songwriter, record producer, and fashion icon widely regarded as the king of K-pop. He is a foundational figure in the K-pop industry, largely due to his role as the leader of the boy band Big Band and his extensive work as a self-producing artist. So basically, this would be, for all you millennials like me, this would be like a collaboration with NSYNC or Backstreet Boys. And if you're wondering, if you're like, why does PUBG keep doing all this Korean stuff? Because believe it or not, this is a question that pops up in my comment section all the time. It is because PUBG is and always has been a game that is developed and managed and maintained in Korea, which is why a lot of the events are Korean themed. I hope that answers your question. All right, moving on. There are also some gameplay updates in the highlights section. Miramar's Minas Generalis updated with streamlined layouts, more item spawn locations, and balanced terrain. Death boxes can now be moved and doors can be opened inward. Gas tanks are now destructible and create smoke clouds when shot. Team Deathmatch and Intense Battle Royale updates. All right, let's get into the nitty gritty. This is scheduled to go live on PC September 10th and console on September 18th. And of course, the first part of this is the collaboration with G-Dragon. And since we've already covered what the fuck is a G-Dragon, we can actually understand what we're reading here. The PUBG G-Dragon collab and world features are available until the next update. Dive into a refreshed PUBG world packed with G-Dragon vibes. Check out the upcoming PUBG G-Dragon collaboration announcement for more details. Miramar's truck stop has been decorated with the collaboration theme. You can take the stage and perform to G-Dragon's music, and throughout Miramar, you'll also find G-Dragon gas stations and fan rooms featuring a variety of decorations, including the G-Dragon turntable. Where are my G-Dragon fans at? Put a comment down in the comment section. There will be a PUBG G-Dragon emote stage on some starting islands of every 8x8 kilometer map. Many other maps have G-Dragon visuals, such as themed care packages, blue chip towers, and planes as well. Here's a picture of the G-Dragon emote stage. I myself have never personally unlocked any of the emotes for the artists that they've done collaborations with, and I'm quite proud of that. Moving on. The G-Dragon emote stage is available on some starting islands of Erangel, Miramar, Vikendi, Tego, Destin, and Rondo. Performing a G-Dragon emote on stage will display the corresponding album image on the screen. You can either join the emote on the stage or watch from below the stage by using the interaction key. Only G-Dragon emotes can be performed on the stage. The G-Dragon emote stage on the starting islands can be utilized from the start of the match until players board the plane. Once they do, the previously positioned stage will disappear. This is available in normal, ranked, and casual mode. Let's move on to some world updates for Miramar. We have some area modification befores and afters. So we have Minas Generalis. Before it looked like this, and after it looks exactly the same. Actually, it doesn't look that different. Let's see. This is like, okay, so this tower right here, gone. This one's still here, this one's still here, this one's still here, this one's still here, this one gone, this one gone. So they removed 3 of the towers, it looks like. I don't think it's that big a deal. I don't think that's going to affect gameplay very much, do you? Here's another before and after. We've got a building here. And now we don't have a building. It seems to be replaced with these cylinders. I kind of like that building, though. Well, I guess that would change gameplay a lot if you like to land there. If you like to land there and you find yourself fighting there all the time, you're going to be like, where the fuck is my favorite building? And who the fuck is G-Dragon? Sorry. Revamped the overall layout, introducing new structures and looting spots. Replaced and repositioned some buildings. The surrounding landscape has been enhanced for better accessibility. Removed certain structures and simplified the terrain to make combat situations easier to read. Adjusted the surrounding terrain and added cover to improve combat balance between high and low ground. For spawn changes, the following changes apply to both normal and ranked. Vending machines and destructible pots have been added. Fixed spawn spots for the inflatable boat have been added to Miramar, but the total spawn quantities remains unchanged. Let me know in the comments section if you're excited about the fixed spawn spots for the inflatable boat. That is huge. Absolutely monumentous. Oh, here's another change they've done. Improve the overall visuals of older buildings on Miramar. They added some colorful lighting to the Herradura Casino. How do you say that in Spanish? Herradura? I can't roll my R's very well. Herradura? 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 I can't do it. Oh, God. All right, here's another interior improved visualization. It just looks brighter to me. It looks brighter, that's all. These befores and afters PUBG does are so funny. I even saw one of C-Dome's videos. He was kind of poking fun at how the before and afters or the comparison, some of the comparison photos just look almost identical. It's like, yeah, I can turn my brightness up too. Like, I can do that. Improve the interior lighting in buildings across the map. So that is literally the only difference we're looking at, just the lighting. All right, we have a comment from the devs here. In update 37.2, the Minas Generalis area of Miramar is receiving a number of changes. To provide smoother and more enjoyable gameplay, we've updated the overall layout, loot spots, and terrain. In particular, the rocky high ground previously offered an overwhelming advantage, even against the highest ridge with Minas Generalis. To address this, we've removed and repositioned certain structures and added additional cover. We've also improved the visuals of older buildings across Miramar and updated indoor lighting to enhance overall gameplay experience. Unrelated comment, have you guys noticed any less cheaters since that update about a week ago where they said that they were, or a week or two ago, where they said they had new anti-cheat update and that it was going to be much more effective? Have you guys noticed any difference? I feel like I have, and I haven't wanted to say anything because I didn't want to jinx it. Knock on wood. I got some serious wood right here to knock on my desk. Yeah, definitely still have run into some cheaters, but it seems to be greatly reduced. And I don't know if that's just because of the ban wave that they did or if it's going to stay like this. But I don't know. I just want to hear you guys' thoughts on that, kind of unrelated to this update. Just wanted to ask. All right, for the world updates, we only have one. Billboards have been added to Tego, probably for G-Dragon. Wait, who the fuck is G-Dragon? All right, I'm done with that joke. All right, under gameplay, we have new interactions. The following updates apply to every mode. Movable death boxes. This is the highlight. This is like the highlight of the whole update right here. Now you can use death boxes to lure unsuspecting loot goblins to their demise. Okay, honestly, who's not a loot goblin in PUBG? Who plays PUBG with minimal loot and is like, I'm not going to run around and loot? We're all fucking loot goblins. I've stumbled across many a death crate been like, ooh, let me look what's in there when my backpack is already full. We all do it. Don't lie. So apparently, look at this. You can carry the death box now. What the F? That's pretty cool, actually. This would be great for people like Benjoy. What up, Benjoy? People that like to do the ninja PUBG play style and trick people. Very funny stuff. I can see that, you know, you run up and you find like 8 loot boxes next to each other. And you're like, oh, this isn't a trap. Let me investigate this. All right, let's see what they have to say. You can now reposition death boxes using the secondary interaction key. While carrying a death box, item use and most other interactions are restricted. The death box will be dropped automatically when the character's state changes, such as being knocked, falling, or getting into a vehicle. Attacks on death boxes carried by characters will penetrate and apply damage to the character. Oh, okay, so it just shoots right through it. So if somebody shoots the death box when you're carrying it, it does not block the bullets. Related animations and sound effects have been added. Oh, here's a cool one. You can push the door. You can pull the door instead of just pushing the door open now, which is going to mess up some camper's day. Let's be honest. The camper's going to be expecting the door to be pushed open, and all of a sudden the door gets pulled open, and boom, you can see him right there. That's actually a pretty big deal when it comes to gameplay. Close quarters combat is going to be affected by this. All right, you can now pull doors open or closed using the secondary interaction key. An interaction UI will appear when a door can be pulled. To align with these changes, the previous open door feature has been renamed to push door. So what about trapping people in sheds and stuff? They're going to be able to open the door, but if you pull the car up, right, they still won't be able to get out. So if you pull the front of the car directly up to the shed that you're trying to trap somebody in, even if they can pull the door open, they still can't get past the vehicle, most likely, especially if it's a Jeep. Now, if you back the car up to it, they might be able to enter the vehicle and leave through one of the doors. So if you're a troll like me that likes to trap people in sheds and then throw Molotovs inside and dance while they burn, this push-pull door update might affect that. You're really going to have to know what you're doing to trap people now. All right. Deb's comment. We've all had those moments, finally taking down an enemy, only to walk away empty-handed because the death box was stuck in a bad spot. From now on, you'll be able to loot safely and comfortably from more secure positions. You can even use death boxes tactically to lure enemies. Just keep in mind that while carrying one, you'll be more vulnerable to enemy fire, so stay alert. We've also added a pull door feature, making it possible to open doors from either side. This gives you more tactical options, like opening a door inward to escape or to bait enemies even when an obstacle is blocking the way. Destructible gas tank. Destructible gas tanks have been added to Miramar and Tego. What is this? When destroyed, a smoke cloud is created and lasts for a certain duration. Can also be destroyed if hit by a vehicle. Applies to all modes except Survivors Left Behind and Hungers Left Behind. But does the smoke do damage to anyone within range, or is it just smoke? Destructible gas tanks are coming to the battlegrounds with update 37.2. When destroyed, they explode and release smoke that blocks players' vision. That's it. Alongside items like smoke grenades or the M79, this interactive world object is designed to provide new cover options. With the addition of destructible gas tanks, we aim to create more opportunities for tactical play and deliver a dynamic combat experience. So the answer is no, they do not damage you or the enemies. They are just additional smoke grenades that you can blow up, basically. All right. Oh no, they updated C4 again. Let's see what they did. The following updates apply to every mode. We've made several adjustments to C4. C4's damage over distance have been reduced. Great. The beeping sound can now be heard more clearly from further away. Great. The audible range has been increased by about 25%. Blast my eardrums out more. The volume in certain ranges has been boosted, making the beep easier to hear. When the timer is active, it can now be disabled by explosive damage. What? With update 37.2, C4 is receiving a number of changes. Since its introduction into ranks, C4 has opened up a variety of strategic options, but it has also created situations that are hard to defend against, such as attaching it to vehicles and charging straight at enemies. That's the best part of using C4. With this update, we aim to give players more opportunities to respond quickly In particular, as C4 can now be disabled even after deployed, we expect it to open up more tactical options in combat. C4 can now be disabled even after being deployed. So that's this last bullet point. When the timer is active, it can now be disabled by explosive damage. Okay, what the fuck is explosive damage? Do you have to throw a grenade to disable it? Like, what does that mean? I don't get it. So bullets are not explosive damage, right? So I would like some more clarification on that, because I feel like they kind of left us hanging with how to disable the C4. In particular, as C4 can now be disabled even after being deployed, we expect it to open up more. Am I missing something? I don't know. Comment. Tell me what I'm missing. UGC Alpha, user-generated content alpha, will be available until update 38.1. A variety of fun modes created by PUBG partners and esports players are now available as new sample modes. Don't miss a chance to try them out before the UGC Alpha service ends. Here we have a picture of somebody running with floating gear in the air. Honestly, this looks like what Xbox looked like when it first came out 7 years ago, and none of the buildings would load in, and you could see all the loot floating around. August 13th, after live stream maintenance until the live server maintenance for update 30.1 is the service period. So that's cool. Head over to the official PUBG YouTube channel to explore UGC Alpha tutorials. Then we have Arcade Team Deathmatch update. The following updates apply to custom match as well. We have a before and after. So it looks like they changed the area. Or they made the map bigger. They zoomed in on the map. Okay. 2 new airgo maps have been added, shooting range and boatyard. Map selection probabilities have been readjusted in alignment with these changes. The destructible terrain feature has been added to Rondo and Tego. When opening the report pop-up using the report player key after death, the player who killed you will now be automatically selected. The minimap zoom has been adjusted to improve visibility in both the scoreboard and regular minimaps. Background music has been added. Adjusted the order in which the scoreboard is displayed at the start of the match to improve gameplay flow. The remaining time until the match starts will now be displayed even when the scoreboard is open. The text in the exit match pop-up has been updated. Then we have Intense Battle Royale. The Paramo and Caracas maps have been added. Blue Zone speed has been slightly increased. Pickups in Miramar have been updated to match the model used in other modes. And, we have zombies again. Survivors Left Behind and Hungers Left Behind. The Hungers have arrived in Miramar. So the Hungers are zombies. Updates. This is a cool graphic, by the way. Filling the hunger gauge and reaching fullness now grants various buffs. Players will no longer suffer from severe penalties when the hunger gauge decreases. Equipping gear items such as stage rewards reduces incoming damage. Word has it that a secret place lies underground. I don't have time for your cryptic messages, PUBG. Just tell me who the fuck G-Dragon is. All right, September 25th for PC and October 2nd for console. Survivors Left Behind, September 25th for PC and console, and Hungers Left Behind, October 2nd for PC and console. Then we have custom match updates. This is a big update, Jesus. Custom match. The destructible terrain setting has been added for Team Deathmatch and Intense Battle Royale. The hideout has been updated. The layout of the hideout weapons page has been revamped. The maximum level display for progressive weapon skins has been changed. The filter feature has been added. The tags progressive chroma and battle stat will be removed from the item names of progressive and battle stat weapon skins. These details will now be displayed in the preview page and item tooltip instead. The maximum number of weapon skins that can be salvaged at once has been increased from 12 to 24. Legendary and ultimate tier items will no longer be included when using the select in order or select duplicates. Survivor Pass. A brand new Survivor Pass is prepared for update 37.2. Read more details on the September store update announcement. Maybe we'll make a separate video about that. That's a cool graphic. That we have some chicks with donuts and a donut mascot here, and I am in. This might be the only Survivor Pass I buy because there looks like there's donuts. So I'm in. Workshop. New item set has been added to the Hunter's Chest and Archivist Chest. Cool. Some actual tactical gear. Look at this. That looks tactical, right? Well, except for the women have their stomachs exposed, which I don't think is very tactical. Sexy? Yes. Tactical? No. But that's exactly the kind of armor we expect in a video game, right? All right, we have some UX and UI updates. Once all rewards from certain events have been claimed, the event banner in the event creator will be marked as complete. The tier of time-limited items will be changed to match that of their permanent versions. Optimize memory to help reduce crashes on console. And then we have some bug fixes. If you guys want to read the bug fixes, feel free to click the link in the video description. That is it for this update. And let me just end the video by saying, who the fuck is G-Dragon?